tuned in
You are now tuned into
the realest show on YouTube with your host, the Angryman.
What's good? What's going on, everybody? We back in the building yet again. Shout out to Global Pastimes. He said, Kendrick, who? Nothing comes to mind. Facts. Speaking of, before we get into the politics and get to the street conservative part of the show, I gotta point something out, man. How many of y'all know who Screwface John is? Press a 1 in the chat if you know who Screwface John is. He be on YouTube doing reviews on music and the like and all of that different stuff. Y'all know who he is? Hit a 1 in the chat if you know who he is. So, he did a video yesterday, right? And in this video, the title of the video is Drake is crashing out on Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm not going to show you the video because I don't know how he do as far as copyrights or whatever, right? But I'm going to play it. He is reviewing a video of somebody else basically saying that Drake is crashing out. I want y'all to listen to this. Just listen to this real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting crazy out here in these streets. So, Drake is sending shooters? Hey, Fantastic Hip Hop just did a video about how J. Cole and Drake might be going through something, and it kind of makes sense. And now we're doing, Drake is crashing out on Kendrick Lamar. Let's get right to it, because
now, with the meltdown and crash out that we have been forced to see from Drake for months at this point.
Oh, he crashed.
Destroying his reputation and credibility as a rapper with his embarrassing loss and his beef with Kendrick Lamar, to then soiling his name as an artist at large with every single mediocre release he has had after.
Let's pause it right there. Let's rewind it. I'm gonna rewind it again. I want y'all to hear what this motherfucker said again. Just hear this shit again. Just listen to this goofy shit.
Let's get right to it, because
now, with the meltdown and crash out that we have been forced to see from Drake for months at this point.
The meltdown and crash out that we're forced to see from Drake.
Oh, he crashed.
Destroying his reputation and credibility as a rapper with his...
He's ruining his reputation and credibility as a rapper.
Embarrassing loss and his beef with...
With his embarrassing loss and beef with what embarrassing loss?
Kendrick Lamar, to then soiling his name as an artist at large with every single mediocre release he has had.
Mediocre releases. Mediocre releases. No Face was mediocre? It's Up was mediocre? You mean this was mediocre? That's mediocre. That's mediocre? Let's listen to a little more of this.
After, between the one of the biggest losses in rap beef history. So then
he said Screwface John said it's been a bad summer for Drake.
Pathetic display of his character that we have seen for so much of this year as he has tried stunts.
Hold on, I could already tell Fantastic Hip Hop is mad at Drake in this one. The adjectives he's using, oh, he mad. And I ain't gonna lie, I see what it is, because if you guys haven't been paying attention with this whole top 5 Aiden Ross, I was gonna do a video about it, so I knew Fantastic Hip Hop would cover it. I was waiting for him to just so we could do this, but yeah, it's seeming like academics and people are trying to push an issue, and it's starting to get a little like, and I'm not even blaming Drake necessarily. It's like the top 5
then the pathetic display of his character that we have seen for so much of this year as he has tried stunt after.
No, I'm gonna tell you what, y'all niggas are fucking goofy. Like we've been sitting back watching this whole fucking summer, bro. And it's been the same narrative. The same narrative. Like everything that Drake does, you niggas is saying it's a reach. He crashing out. It's mediocre. He ain't taking the loss well. But everything that Kendrick do is like, you would think God did it. Like, why you niggas ain't talking about that garbage ass song that Kendrick just dropped? Or the fact that he didn't earn the Super Bowl spot. He only really getting the Super Bowl spot because Jay-Z got a beef with Drake and Lil Wayne. Like, it's amazing to me that you niggas have all these critical skills to break down lyrics, but you ignore shit like that. Like, you niggas are some suckers, man. There's no other way to put that shit. Y'all niggas are some suckers. Like, real talk. Like, it is so fucking annoying to sit back and watch Kendrick literally do nothing and y'all kiss his ass for doing nothing. Meanwhile, every fucking thing Drake does, it's like, and look, we know what you're doing. We know what you motherfuckers are doing. Press 1 if y'all want to know what these niggas' strategy is. I'm going to tell you what their strategy is right now. Press 1 if you want to know what the strategy is. I can run it down for you right now. This is the strategy. They want Drake to go away. Because as long as he's in the spotlight, everyone else's numbers look weak in comparison to his. So what they're doing is no matter what Drake does, they're going to say it's lame. No matter what Drake does, they're going to say it's mid. No matter what Drake does, they're going to say it's a reach. They're going to say all of these things. You know why? Because they're trying to use reverse psychology. Oh, Drake, look, the culture not feeling you right now. Just go away for a little while, and then when you come back, people will like you again. This is some participation trophy, weak ass, I want to get this nigga out of the way so I can shine bullshit. Anybody that doesn't see it that way, I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't even know what to say. This nigga's supposed to be mediocre, but he's still outperforming all of these niggas. Like, real talk. Real talk. And Screwface John, in case you happen to see this, bro. I used to like some of your commentaries, but I'm starting to see right now, you a bandwagon Johnson rider, fam. Whoever the culture's feeling, that's who you ride with. That's the problem I have with these niggas. These niggas don't know how to pick a side and stay on it. They either riding the fucking fence or they leaning in whatever direction they think the culture's going because they don't want people to dislike them. Shit is goofy. This shit is goofy. There's no other way to fucking describe this shit except that it's goofy. Period. And in case you didn't know, they just did a press conference where the victims of Diddy decided to come out and talk about what, talk about what Diddy did to them or whatever, right? Now, I noticed that a lot of my peers are doing live streams on it right now. So everybody's doing a live stream on it right now. I'm not going to do a live stream on that. Y'all know why I'm not going to do a live stream on that? Press 1 if you want to know why I'm not going to do a live stream on that. Because there's two important things that's going on right now. There's two important things that's going on right now. This union strike and the fact that the Democrats are imploding. And I'm not going to allow them to distract me with some shit about Diddy. And the reason why is because, okay, it ain't no manhunt for Diddy. He not on the run. That nigga's in federal custody. He's either gonna get locked up for the shit he did, or he's not gonna get locked up. There's nothing left to tell there. I wouldn't give a damn how many people come out the woodwork with stories about what did. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. I personally don't give a shit at this point. You got him locked up. You're not gonna give him bond. I don't give a damn how many strags come out of the woodwork talking about how he baby oiled them down and did whatever else. I really don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, we on the verge of not having a damn country. We about to have major issues with our supply chain, in addition to the fact that they are trying their best to run interference so that you don't know what's going on with the Democrats. But we going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Trust and believe. We're going to talk about it. Shout out to MJB in the P2B. Said it's sad how people minds could be warped. Just ask Dr. Umar on his latest interview on the Super Bowl. I don't even know what he said. What did he say? There's no telling what Umar said. He probably said some stupid shit. Shout out to Steve. He said for the shoe. We are now, let me explain something to you guys. I need y'all to understand this. We are now in the age of delusion. I know people want to believe we're in the age of enlightenment and we have so much information that everybody is in the know and everybody is aware. No, we're not. We're in the age of delusion. Like, real talk. Shout out to Focus. He said, heart goes out to the shipyard workers. I know how it feels to work during the pandemic tirelessly, no doubt. We're in the age of delusion. The level of delusion that we're seeing right now, I've never seen anything like it in my life. You feel me? Shout out to Big Mike. He said pay tuition. I've never seen this level of delusion before in my life. Straight up delusion. And it started with that Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit. That's where the delusion started. That's where the delusion started. Make no mistake about it, right? But day before yesterday, I talked about how the Democrats, well, not necessarily the Democrats know what they're doing. Kamala Harris and her campaign specifically are imploding. They're imploding. Like, it's amazing to me. And tonight, whether you guys know it or not, that debate is going to be a spectacle. Because I can tell you right now, Tampon Timmy Turner is not going to be able to debate J.D. Vance. It's not going to happen. We've already seen the reports come out that, you know, Tim Walz is actually nervous about the debate. He's actually nervous about getting up there, as he should be. As he should be, because there has never been a vice presidential candidate that has been as full of shit as Tim Walz. Like, it's amazing. I'm flabbergasted by it, because Kamala Harris was actually able to find a running mate that lies more than she does. Like, these people are liars. And the craziest thing about it is they have been caught in so many lies during this presidential campaign that it's ridiculous. And see, I gotta say this. And there's a lot of people that's not gonna like me for saying it, but I have to say it. At this point in this election year, with everything that has been said, everything that has came out of Kamala's mouth, everything that has came out of Tim Walz's mouth, if you're still running around here acting as if Kamala Harris is a viable presidential candidate, you need to have your brain examined. And I'm not even saying that to be facetious. I'm dead serious. You need to go and have your brain examined. There is something wrong with your thinking. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If you can listen to her spew the shit that she's been spewing, and look around at everything that's been going on, and you still want to vote for her, something's wrong with you. Shout out to John Doe, said, I've been looking forward to Vance and Walz more than Trump versus Harris. JD Vance is going to destroy that man. I saw a video of Slim Thug from Texas, right? Now, here's the thing about Slim Thug, right? Slim Thug was always celebrated as being an entrepreneur because before he even got a record deal, he had successfully sold his own music and had made a name for himself and all of that stuff. And I have heard Slim Thug say some things that were intelligent, right? With that being said, there have been times that I have wondered about his level of intelligence. I'm not even going to lie. There have been times that I've heard him talk and heard him say things, and I would say to myself, like, okay, is this dude really smart? Or is he an idiot? He just recently did something that confirmed for me that he's not very smart, right? So, well, let me see if I can find the clip of what he said.
But keeping it real, I am going to have to vote for Kamala just simply because she's a black woman. I would be a sucker not to. I don't know shit about the woman. I don't even care who the president on the cool. Like, I really don't give a damn about either one of them, keeping it real. But just, I got to support the black woman because I'm a black man and the black woman needs a black woman. The black woman needs a black man's support. So that's how I'm basing my shit. White people will do the same shit. Mexicans will do the same shit. Asians will do the same shit. Straight up like that. I don't really give a damn about politics. I still ain't a Democrat after I do that. I still don't believe in shit they be talking about after I do that. But standing on business is how I have to live my life. To sleep good at night Having a black woman running for president and I didn't vote for her, that's gonna fuck up my karma of having good luck, I think. So y'all do y'all, I'm gonna do me. Now God bless everybody and whatever your idea is. And you know, we love y'all for whatever y'all, and whoever made the best person win. You know, I don't give a damn. But at the end of the day, y'all know we gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. Everybody ain't gonna do that though. A lot of people going Trump. A lot of people I talk to, my friends and everything, a lot of people going Trump, especially for them guns. So, you know, and I don't knock them. We still friends. I don't give a damn who you vote for, because I ain't never had a president change, and it changed my life, right? So at the end of the day, everybody make your vote. If I do decide to go vote, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's just get it out the way. I ain't got shit else to talk about on that. So I just gotta stand on that business. I don't like Biden or Trump, keeping it real. I don't even know this lady, so I don't like nobody. So after not liking nobody, I have to at least vote for the black woman. You know, I can't not vote for the black woman with them.
There are some people in this world that are dumber than pets. In that statement, he starts off by saying he has to vote for the black woman. Number one, that's not a black woman. But we shouldn't be surprised that he doesn't know that, because he just got through saying he doesn't even know politics. Don't y'all find it strange that the knowledge required to get a driver's license is more stringent than voting? You can't even get a motor vehicle license if you don't at least know how to, one, drive the car, and two, have basic knowledge of the procedures when you're on the roadway. But any ass ignorant Negro can vote. And then we have the nerve to wonder why back in the day, in order for you to vote, you had to be, one, you had to be a man, and two, you had to be a landowner. In other words, you had to be somebody that actually was about something in order to fucking vote. But now, you just got to be 18 years old. And you know what? Here's the crazy thing about it, right? And this is something that I've realized in life, right? When I was a young man, I knew that this type of ignorance existed amongst black people. Oh, trust me, I've seen it. I've seen people that are worse than him. I've seen people that are 1,000 times worse than him. Just as far as their ineptitude, their ignorance, All of that, right? And I used to think that the reason people were this way is just because they didn't have enough knowledge and enough information. And I foolishly thought that if you present them with the information, if you present them with the knowledge, if you present them with the facts, they'll be like, oh, okay, it's all crystal clear. It makes sense now. But now that I am older and a whole lot wiser, I understand that it ain't no saving niggas like this. There's nothing you can do. Anybody that will sit on a live and say something that stupid, there's nothing you can do for them. There's absolutely nothing you can do for them. Anyone that will allow that type of stupidity to just flow out of their mouths, it makes you immediately understand why black people are where we're at. I got news for y'all. And this is the reason why I don't like, I hate hearing the conversation about racism and the conversation about slavery and I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, I am smart enough to know that the reason black people remain in the space that they're at is because of our own stupidity. It has nothing.
How most black people vote.
It has nothing to do with anything else. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything else. It is simply our stupidity. Period. Point blank, period. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Shout out to B Chino Cheese said, sound like he down in H-Town battling that syphilis, LOL. You know that ish messes with your brain. Ask Capone. Like that statement right there, bro. Elvis said being black more important than being a man for him. Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up because who was it? Who did I hear say that? Because I want to quote the right person that said it. D'Angelo, appreciate you. What's my man? Dirty Folk. Dirty Folk from Chicago. Very intelligent brother. Very funny. Dirty Folk said on Izzy Band's panel, he said, at some point you got to decide whether you want to be a man or a black man. I need you to really think about that for a second. And he used it from the position of getting pulled over by the police. And I say, you know what? That's actually genius. Because if you think about it, if you interact with the police like you're a man, as opposed to a black man, your interaction is going to be different. Your interaction is going to be different. He's 100% on that one. But and I know look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know for a fact because I have not asked my family members and my friends. I don't want to ask them. I don't want to ask them. But I am pretty sure that there are members of my family and friends who are probably on that same type of shit. I'm gonna vote for Kamala because she black. Shout out to Bishop J. Jermaine. He said, bruh, I was the guy around my street niggas that they would come to me on some smart shit. Now, the saddest part about this is that you're going to have all of these Negroes out here that are completely oblivious. They don't really be on the internet like that. Everything they know about Kamala Harris comes from CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all of the news networks or whatever, right? And so even if they see a video breaking down how Kamala is not black, they're not going to watch it. And even if they do watch it, they're going to dismiss it as being misinformation, right? I'm going to tell you right now. You know what? People's stupidity is exhausting. It is exhausting. And you know what? I'm going to say this, and a lot of people ain't going to like this. In fact, should I say it? Should I say it? Press 1 if y'all think I should say it. There's certain things I'll be wanting to say, but I'll be like, nah, if I say that, too many people going to have an issue with it. When a logical, how should I say this? Now that I'm older and I'm in a different tax bracket, I see things from a different angle. And I can look at myself and I can see the flaws that I had when I was younger because 1, I was misinformed. 2, I didn't really understand the way the world really works. And then all of those different things, right? The older I get, the more money I make, the more successful I become. And I don't know if those things play a factor into it. I'm just assuming they do. I'm really starting to understand why white people view black people the way they do. Now, of course, I'm talking about the intellectual, intelligent, successful white people. Not white folk that's in trailer parks and, all of that. They kind of fall in the same category as black folk in the projects and shit like that, right? Because like for instance, I'll give you a prime example, right? I live in a nice neighborhood, right? If I see a Negro pull into my street in a box Chevy, music blasting, smoking weed, the first thing I'm going to think is, what are you doing over here? Now, keep in mind, if you have that same scenario, but that dude is in a white neighborhood and somebody white says, what is he doing over there? We automatically assume that it's racism. See, it's gotten to the point where it's certain things that run through my mind about black folk. And then I say to myself, if I was a white guy, people would consider this racist. But I know it's not racist. You see what I'm saying? I know it's not racist. It has more to do with the perception of the image that you're portraying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and see, there's gonna be Negroes that's gonna say, oh, you being a coon. Or you a sellout or whatever, right? And that part is really annoying too. Because it gets in this space where you start to make the assessment that the only way you can be authentically black is you have to not only engage in dumb shit, but you have to accept dumb shit. Like, has anybody else came to this conclusion? Like I went to this ATM, right, to get some money out. And there was a black dude that had parked in the parking lot, and he had one of those gas-powered remote control cars. You know, the ones that's really fast or whatever. And he's driving it around the parking lot or whatever, right? So I get my money, and you know, when you get your money out of the ATM, you usually stop the car to count your money or whatever. So I stopped the car, and I'm in my wife's car. I'm in the Mercedes Benz or whatever, right? And he's driving this remote control car towards the Benz. And right when he gets to the front of it, he'll swerve off, right? And he's just driving it around the car. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, nigga, how do you know when I'm going to pull off or when I'm not going to pull off? Because if I accidentally run over your fucking remote control car, you're going to be mad. You're going to be ready to fucking fight. But yet and still, instead of you being courteous and saying, well, hold on, let me wait till this car passes by before I do this, right? No, he's driving it towards the car and all of this shit. And then when I go to pull off, I look in the rear view and he's got the remote control car following me. It's like he's trolling me with the fucking car. And you know the first thing that popped up in my head? The first thing that popped up in my head is like, why are niggas always trying to bait people into a confrontation so that they can play victim? That's what I felt. And I'm not even going to lie. As I was pulling off, I said, you know what? I should call the fucking cops on his ass. He probably is breaking some kind of fucking law, loitering or something. I don't know. I genuinely wanted to call the police on his ass. I'm just sitting there like, you know what? I should call the cops on this nigga. I didn't, right? I didn't, but I'm like, why would you do that? Have you noticed this about niggas? Like, it's like they do shit purposely to try to get a reaction out of you, just so they can play victim and say, like, if I would have ran over, like if I was a prick, if I'd have been like, oh, you want to put your little remote control car up there? Okay, cool. And I just ran over that motherfucker, he'd have been like, man, I was just minding my business and he came through here and ran over my remote. You know what I'm saying? And I started to say something to him. But you know why I didn't say anything to him? Because nowadays you got so many niggas that's willing to crash out over nothing. You feel me? So I'm like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing to this nigga, because if this nigga try to buck on me, we gonna have some real problems. And it just gets to the point where you don't want to be around niggas. You feel me? It just gets to the point where it's like, you know what? Let me just pull the fuck off. Like, you don't even want to be around niggas. And then once you get to that state of mind, right? Now you a sellout. Now you a coon. Now you all of these things just because you don't want to deal with niggas' ignorance. Just because you don't want to deal with niggas' bullshit. And it's not just that. It goes to the politic thing as well. You know, it's like if you have family members or friends that know you're a Trump supporter, when they come around you, they can't wait to talk shit about Trump in front of you. Just to see what you're going to say. And see, I'm smart enough to know that when somebody does that, it's not about Trump. It's about the fact that you don't like that I'm not on the same page with you in this unspoken Negro contract that says my black ass is supposed to vote Democrat. So when I come around, you want to try to throw that out there to challenge me and see if I'm going to say something or see if I'm going to go off or some shit like that. And it gets exhausting. It gets exhausting because, look, I'm going to tell you something right now. In case just so there's no mystery about it. To anybody that knows me, whether you friend, family member, or whatever, right? If come November you are planning to vote for Kamala Harris, you're dumb as fuck. And I don't even have to explain why. You're stupid. Like, fuck all of the politically correct shit. Fuck all of the trying to explain and rationalize. You're dumb. You're dumb. You just had a whole hurricane sweep through and destroy shit, and they don't even have the damn decency. The Biden administration. They don't even have the damn decency to get on a damn plane and go down there and make sure them people are okay. Not to mention the countless other fucked up things that they have done in the past 4 years to damn near bring this country to the brink of destruction. And you niggas are still running around here talking about you're about to be in a situation where you probably ain't even gonna be able to go to the store and get any toilet paper, but you're still talking about voting for Biden's fucking administration. You're crazy. You're crazy. And for all of the people down there in Puerto Rico that was upset that Donald Trump was tossing rolls of paper towels to people, you ain't got to worry about Joe Biden doing that, because he ain't even going to bring your ass no paper towels. And I'm telling you right now, one thing I know for certain, sooner or later, because I've been holding it in. I've been holding it in, brother. I've been holding it in. Sooner or later, one of my friends or one of my family members is going to say something about Trump in front of me, and I'm going to snap the fuck out. I'm going to go the fuck off. I'm talking about nuclear level event. I'm going to go the fuck off. I'm going to run down the list of everything that Trump has ever fucking did. All of it. And then I'm going to run down all of the fucked up shit that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has done since they've been in office. I'm going to snap the fuck out. Because I get tired of the stupidity, man. I get tired of the stupidity because you know what? I have spent most of my life, the majority of my life, shout out to Joe. He said, when you understand, you're a credit to your people. Facts.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
Shout out to Gary. He said, black people got pride and ego for no damn reason. Facts. Shout out to Mogul Mays. He said, it's jealousy when you're black and successful. So, shout out to Captola. Appreciate you. So, ever since I was a boy, you know, child, right? I have spent my entire life being gaslit into thinking I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, if any of you have experienced that in your lifetime, just press a 1 in the chat room so we can get an idea of who's in here. Just press a 1 in the chat room if you've ever experienced that. Now, I need you to understand that the reason why you were being gaslit into thinking that you don't know what you're talking about is because your thought process is quite possibly not typical of the black collective thought process. Okay? In other words, if you say something out your mouth that does not align with the collective of black people or the things they have collectively agreed upon, you automatically have to be wrong. But keep in mind, this is a group of people who can't do shit right to save their fucking life. Okay? The irony of this shit is that for most of my life, I have been told, you don't know what you're talking about, that ain't right, you're wrong, blah, 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 all of this bullshit, right? And keep in mind, when you're young, that can have a tremendous effect on your self-esteem. If you are a young black boy or girl in black communities, black neighborhoods, they will gaslight you into believing that you're a fucking idiot. It isn't until you grow up, move the fuck away, and get away from all of these Negroes that you then start to understand that you're not an idiot. You actually do know what you're talking about. And it was them that didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Okay? Why do I believe this? I believe this because as much as Negroes love to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, out of all of the people I know, there are very few people that are doing as well as I'm doing. It's just a fact, right? Everything and all of the things I chose to do and the route that I chose to go brought me to where I'm at now. And the irony of it is the people, specifically the ones that want to tell you you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to politics, the ones that are going to vote for Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris, or any Democrat, no matter what, those are always the motherfuckers that's broke. Have you noticed this shit? Have you noticed this? Have you noticed that those are always the people that are struggling and broke? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Shout out to Zacchaeus. He said, "Excuse my tardiness, Trump 2024. Rest in peace, John Amos." See, here's the crazy thing, right? To all my BINOs, okay? If you're a BINO, you know all too well what I'm talking about, right? If you're a BINO, you understand one painful truth. That's unfortunate. The truth that you've come to realize is that when you are in the black community and you're amongst nothing but black folk, and you're being forced through peer pressure, social norms, and cultural tradition to function and behave only like black folk, your world is very small. Has anybody else noticed this? It isn't until you get away from that bullshit that you then realize that the world is much bigger, that the understanding of the world is more expansive. You start to understand that black folk live in a very tiny, closed-minded world. And it's part of the reason that they remain in a certain state or position. Shout out to Tall. He said, "I got a pro-black / pro-dem cousin who kept talking to me about reparations. I lost it and used the Democrats gave your reparations to the immigrants. He was so mad. He was so mad we haven't spoken since. I'm enjoying the peace." That's what I do. I don't want I don't want my peace disturbed by that foolishness. It's like if you want to be foolish like that, if you want to be that ignorant, go somewhere else and be that ignorant. Go somewhere else and do that shit. Like, I don't even think y'all can understand. Some of you might. I don't even think y'all can really grasp and understand the level of frustration. Just thinking about it right now is like, I wish that Infinity Gauntlet was real. Because if it was real, I would snap my fingers to make black folk ignorance disappear. Like the ignorance that I have witnessed in my lifetime, it's not even there's no way to even explain it. Can't even explain it. It's just something you gotta witness for yourself. You just sit back and look at it like, what in the fuck? Like, bruh. There's been many occasions that I've said to my wife, I said, thank God I was raised in an intelligent household. Thank God that I got a decent education. Because Yoshi K said, bruh, your IG post in the comment section is ridiculous. Bruh, I don't even read it. I don't even read it, bruh. I don't even read it. Whatever them Negroes is saying in that comment section, I don't even know it because I don't even read it. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's gotten to the point where, you know what I'm starting to believe? I'm starting to think that most black folk don't even believe in the shit they're saying. I don't think they believe in anything. I think that culturally, black folk just like to get on people's nerves. So whatever it is that you're talking about, they're going to say the thing that they know is going to get on your nerves. Like, I feel like they get pleasure out of aggravating you. Like, they get pleasure out of trying to get on your freaking nerves, right? Like for instance, I'm going to play this. You explain to me how this is possible.
Louisiana got the fourth worst educational system in America. Louisiana got the fourth worst educational system in America. Louisiana got the fourth worst educational system in America.
How is that possible? How is that possible? How is it possible for a fully grown man that has a driver's license, that can vote, that probably owns a home? How is it possible he thinks the word educational is a word? How is that possible? How? I'm gonna play it one more time.
Louisiana got the fourth worst educational system in America. Fourth worst out of all 50 states. Louisiana got the fourth worst educational system in America.
He said educational. This nigga said educational. He said educational, y'all. That nigga, I don't know if he can vote or not, but that nigga said educational. That nigga said educational. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how. Because you know at some point he's heard someone say education. You know he's heard someone say it. Then you got this right here. You got this right here. She said, I was just briefed by FEMA, Deanne Criswell, on the latest developments about the ongoing impacts of Hurricane Helene. We also discussed our administration's continued actions to support emergency response and recovery. I also spoke with NC Governor Cooper about the ongoing rescue and recovery efforts in North Carolina. Our administration will continue to stay in constant contact with state and local officials to ensure communities have the support and resources they need. Doug and my thoughts are with all those who lost loved ones and those whose homes, businesses, and communities were damaged or destroyed during this disaster. First of all, she's sitting at the table with blank pieces of paper, pretending like she's writing. What is she writing? What is she writing? Her earbuds aren't even plugged into the damn phone. You know who Kamala Harris reminds me of? Kamala Harris reminds me of that school teacher that you know as a student when you listen to her talk, right? If she didn't have a lesson plan, she wouldn't know what the fuck she was doing. That's who she reminds me of. She reminds me of an incompetent high school teacher that if they did not have a lesson plan that lays out what they're supposed to teach the children, she would not have a clue what the fuck is going on. Let's see what they said in the comments. Somebody said, your response to North Carolina is pathetic. Someone else said, blank paper and headphones aren't even plugged in. Someone said, you don't look presidential at all. Stop trying. Look at this stupid bee pretending to write something down. Jesus Christ, what a joke. Your headphones aren't even plugged into your phone, dumbass. Are we going to give them as much aid as you've given Ukraine? Woo! Wow, I cannot even believe my own eyes. Kamala pretending to write on a piece of blank paper and pretending to listen to a call from FEMA about Hurricane Helene, but her headphones aren't even plugged into the... Bruh, these comments are brutal. These comments are brutal. This joint got 58 million views and 23,000 comments, and I haven't seen a positive comment yet. I haven't seen a positive comment yet. There's absolutely no way. There is absolutely no way that she could win this election. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. When Joe Biden was running for office, right? There were a few people here and there that were talking about how he was hiding in the basement, and when he does rallies, he doesn't really have that many people. But I didn't see this level of backlash. I don't remember there being this level of hatred for him as I see for Kamala. And here's the other thing, right? Here's the other thing. Can somebody please explain to me what the hell was the purpose of this shit? Can somebody explain it to me? Do you have any idea how desperate and pathetic this shit is right here? Can somebody explain to me why the hell she's sitting down with the All Smoke podcast? Like, for what? For what? For what? What is the purpose of this shit? This is desperate right here. This is desperate, and this is pathetic optics. And these two Negroes, like, look, don't even get me started on these two Negroes. I feel like she went over there because she's like, it wasn't that the basketball player that was going hard in the paint for George Floyd because they looked alike. You know, they got both of them got that damn nose that looks like the front of a fucking Buick and shit. Wasn't he going hard in the paint for George Floyd? That was the saddest shit in the world to me. When that nigga got up there on that press conference talking about George Floyd being his twin. If he was your twin, why you didn't get that nigga a job so he wouldn't have been out there on drugs like that? She went and sat down with 2 ex-NBA ball players. She went and sat down with Matt Barnes. That's Matt Barnes, right? Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, right? Wasn't Matt Barnes threatening somebody? Who was that? Who was that he was threatening? Wasn't he threatening Kwame? Kwame, whatever his name is. Wasn't Matt Barnes threatening Kwame at one point? Didn't that happen recently? Where he was threatening Kwame and shit? No, I know about the Derek Fisher thing. I'm talking about the Kwame Brown shit. Wasn't he threatening Kwame Brown at one point? You said Matt can fight though. LOL, he has no chill. Okay. Is he the only nigga that can fight? Yeah, that's what happened. Kwame called him Becky with the good hair, and he was ready to fight him and shit. You talking about Matt can fight. All I know is this. He called himself try to pump fake, try to throw the ball at Kobe, and Kobe ain't flinch. He thought he was going to make Kobe flinch, and Kobe didn't flinch. Yeah, you thought we forgot about that, right, Matt Barnes? I'm sorry. Look. To you niggas in the chat room that want to say Matt can fight, though, nigga, look. First of all, I don't even want to hear that shit. Because until Derek Fisher get his ass kicked, I don't want to hear nothing about Matt Barnes fighting. I'm sorry. I don't. Like, for real. I don't want to hear nothing about Matt Barnes fighting, bro. If he ain't jump on Derek Fisher, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, until Derek Fisher catch that fade, you can't threaten. He can't threaten nobody. That's why I brought up the Kwame thing. When he was threatening Kwame, I'm like, how you gonna threaten Kwame and Derek Fisher still out here chilling? I'm sorry, bruh. No. So she ran over there to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and they over there simping and cooning for her, huh? And went over there and did the same shit she did in every other interview. The same foolishness. The same exact foolishness. Ran over there and did the same foolishness she did at every other interview. Did y'all hear about this lie? Did y'all hear about this lie right here? You know they running around here saying that Kamala is in Aaliyah's cousins. Like, when are they gonna get called out on these lies, bruh? They just be lying. I'm talking about lie after lie after lie. It's sad at this point. You got her running mate, Tampon Timmy. He done lied about seeing combat action in the military. He done lied about being a head coach. He done lied about bruh. Just lie after lie after lie after lie. Now, here's the interesting thing. What is Tampon Timmy gonna do tonight when it comes to this debate? Because he's not gonna be able to wear no earrings like Kamala. He ain't gonna be able to wear no earrings like Kamala. So what is he gonna do tonight? Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here because I'm not sure. I might stream the debate. I'm not sure yet. It just depends. But I think I might stream the debate. You feel me? So if we stream the debate, man, be on the lookout for that. You feel me? Shout out to Aaron. He said homeless vets may be under the Harris Biden veteran system. How many went to get care, spent a day or two being jerked around, got frustrated, crashed out, lost his shit in the facility, got locked up for 72 hours in the nut ward, then lost their job and wound up in the streets. Harris Biden vet care winning. Shout out to Catherine, said, thank you for this live. Happy belated. Appreciate you. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably stream the debate so we can see this train wreck, because it's gonna be a train wreck. Trust and believe. It's gonna be a train wreck. But yo, shout out to everybody that came through. We'll probably see you guys later on this evening, so be on the lookout for me. If you have not checked out my book, go over to Amazon, type The Angryman Standard in the search bar, and it will come up. It's available in paperback and hardcover. Or you can hit the link down in the description. But other than that, salute to everybody. Shout out to the whole BINO Nation. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Deuces.